What's good, y'all, man? We're back again with another video, and today we're going to start a new series when we talk about the NBA gossip. This is the off season. It's going to be gossip all summer. To me, this has always been a crazy statement. I heard it a lot, but now I'm starting to agree with it. The off season is better than the season in general because it's the amount of rumors that you get, the amount of trades, the amount of sightings, the people that's changing teams, different coaches, drama in the organization. It's just a bunch of new stuff, and it's kind of exciting to watch, especially if you love drama. So we're going to be covering that during this whole series. You'll probably get like one of these a week. So if you like the series, let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and we're going to get into this. So since it's draft time, we've been getting a lot of rumors about the draft, but some rumors that are not about the draft that I want to start off with is we just got this about 40 minutes ago that the Blazers aren't interested in trading Damian Lillard. That's not really a rumor. I just wanted to bring it to the channel in this video because it's like, bro, this is never going to change. It's never going to change. It's always going to be like this. I don't think Dame is ever going to come to a point where he requests the release, even though we all know he probably should have did it 2 years ago. But I don't think he's ever going to do that. And I think he wants to win so bad with Portland, and he's not being honest with himself. You already know how I feel about this whole situation, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But I don't know. They also got some stuff about the draft that they're about to do to help him, and I think that's pretty dumb. So we will talk about that during this video. But yeah, he's not getting traded. So if you were teams like the Miami Heat, the Nets that wanted Damian Lillard, you're never getting him. Today we got some huge news, and it's very huge for me. Bradley Beal and the Wizards are working together to find a trade that works for both parties, and I'm loving this because I'm from the DMV. So I've never been a fan of the Wizards, but I've always cheered them on, especially when they had the Wall and Bradley Beal years, and finally seeing Bradley Beal leaving. I'm not happy that he's leaving because he's always been very fun to watch growing up, especially since we get his games all the time. But the Wizards have always needed a rebuild ever since John Wall got hurt, and they tried to supplement and put other people in like Spencer Dinwiddie and Russell Westbrook, and they just never got to the success that they once had. So to finally see them trying to rebuild, that's something that I'm loving. And we also got other rumors about Bradley Beal, about like teams like the Heat that are going to be looking for him, teams like the Bucks, which I really do love. But the one thing that you're going to hear about Bradley Beal that I think kind of sways people's mind and thinking like he's kind of an overrated player, the contract is crazy. Like, it's on some Nikola Jokic, Devin Booker shit that they signed this offseason, like the biggest contract of all time. It's on some of that. Like, I think next year's making $57 million in first of all, these players get paid too much, but $57 million in a year. The contract is crazy. I get it, but Bradley Beal is a top 30 at least at the minimum top 35 player in the league. You're getting a very good complementary piece to your star. Talking to teams like the Heat and the Bucks, specifically the Bucks, like he would fit perfectly with Giannis. He would be a player that they've always been looking for, and they kind of got some of it in Chris Middleton, but I do think Bradley Beal is better than Chris Middleton. We also got some other rumors with the Wizards. They're trying to move up into the top 3, so maybe trading Bradley Beal to Portland might be in that trade. You include Anthony Simons and probably include Nurkic in it. And then you get Bradley Beal and Dame. Dame wants a star. That's a star. A star that's not going to do shit with you, but you want a star. That's a star for you. But the Wizards finally hitting the rebuild button is something that I'm loving. Now, for them, it's about hitting because they've had several draft picks they haven't really hit yet. So they got to hit on this rebuild. That's the most important part when you're getting these pieces for Bradley Beal and pieces you might get for Kristaps if you do a sign and trade. You got to hit. So if they don't hit, they're fucked. But still, to see them do a rebuild, I'm loving it. It's about time. Bradley Beal needs to go to a contender so people can finally stop disrespecting Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal was tough, and this is not biased. I know I grew up on him, all that. This is not biased. Bradley Beal was tough. Now, this is not really big, but I hated this news. It came from Draft Express, who I think is a credible source. And he said the Golden State Warriors are pursuing a trade for Jonathan Kuminga for a high draft pick. That makes no fucking sense at all. You're not going to play the high draft pick. I believe they're around 14 or 15 in the draft. No, they're like 18 in the draft. If you trade up, let's say you get number 10, you're not going to play the motherfucker. And if anything, if Kuminga was in the draft right now, he's going top 5. He's going top 5. So what are you trading? And he didn't even play. So what are you trading him for when the person you're about to draft, you're not going to fucking play? And you should have played him. He was doing good when you were playing him, but when you needed him in the most moments, you didn't play him. Why? That's on the coach. But still, you want to use him to trade up in the draft to get a nigga that you're not going to play? Like, let's say they trade up. They're not playing Kent Whitmore. They're not going to fucking play Jarris Walker. He has size. They'll play Jarris Walker and Taylor Hendricks. So if that's what they're trying to trade up for, cool. I don't think they would be better than Jonathan Kuminga and what he was giving you, but cool. But like other guys like Anthony Black, they're not gonna play a Sar Thompson, Grady Dick. No. So just keep him, bro. He fits perfectly with your team, and he fits perfectly with your future. You just have to trust him and let him actually fucking develop instead of him sticking him on the bench. It's stupid. So that was a very dumb rumor, and I hated to hear that rumor. I believe this is the last rumor. This rumor was about the Pelicans trying to find a way to trade up into the number 2 or the number 3 overall pick. So while going through this rumor, it kind of stirred me a couple ways, and I kind of seen it was like a huge rumor on Twitter because it kind of seems like they're picking between Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. Because if you want to be honest, that's the only way they're getting up there. You're not getting up there with trading Herb Jones or Trey Murphy or Dyson Daniels. No, you got to trade one of them two. So how I feel about this rumor for them, I think this is why a lot of GMs kind of fuck up in their rebuilds and like changing their teams to winning culture and all that stuff, because they want to make the big move and they want to rush the process. Brandon Ingram's 26. Zion's 22, 23. Trey Murphy, 21. Herb Jones, 22. Dyson Daniels, 20. You have time. You don't have to rush this shit at all. Now, it's one aspect of it that I do get, and that's the money, because BI is on a big contract, Zion's on a big contract. You're going to have to pay Trey Murphy and Herb Jones. So I do get that. But you have time. And I fuck with school. I was gonna say I fuck with school a lot. I'm not trading Zion for school at all. And I think School's a generational point guard, but I'm not doing it because also School, he's a hard person to judge. But like the talent is crazy, but he's still a hard person to judge. But I'm not trading for Zion. Zion's 22. I don't think every single year of his career Zion's going to be going through this injury shit. Now, if you're tired of it and you like, fuck it, I want to build around BI. He showed me he could take a team to the playoffs 2 years in a row. One time to play him, but still, you'll not understand what I'm saying. If you want to really build around BI, I get that to a certain extent, but like this BI Zion thing, if it ever clicks, y'all can be looking at a couple championships. Because that's just the perfect duo. You got a perimeter wing who's also a really good playmaker, one of the most unguardable players in this league, and then you have damn near, other than Giannis and Steph and Jokic, the most unguardable player in the league, and Zion, who's just, when he's on, he's an MVP talent. Like that two together, and they fit perfectly together. I don't know if I'm so willing to jump the gun and trade that for Scoot Henderson. Because let's be honest, they don't give a damn about Brandon Miller. They have Trey Murphy there. They have that already. So they don't care about that. This is for Scoot. I don't know if I'd be too willing to break up my duo for this young cat and Scoot Henderson. I don't know. And I think it's kind of like what the Cavaliers did last year. And I'm not mad at the trade for Donovan Mitchell, but we just got Lauri Markkanen. Colin Sexton got hurt. Darius Garland had an all-star season. And we damn near overachieved last year. Nobody expected us to be in the play-in. And before the injuries, we were a top 4 seed. Nobody expected us to be that good. So our GM seen that. And he said, I have to make a move so I can capitalize off of this instead of just letting your young talent build, because now you get a guy like Donovan Mitchell, and what you don't realize is, and what we've all seen this season, he makes other guys like He forced the timeline, like he sped up the timeline. So now Evan Mobley got to get better this quick. Darius Garland got to get better this quick. When it could have been gradual if you just would have kept the core that we were building and that we could pay for. Colin Sexton was on like a little $20 million deal. Same thing with Laurie Marketing. Darius, you was going to give him the max. You could pay for that, but now we got questions if we're going to be able to pay Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. Like, we made a move just because we wanted to capitalize off of it. With their situation in the Pelicans, they've seen that Zion's been hurt, Brandon Ingram's been hurt, so they think they have to split them up. But I don't think this is going to be a constant thing every single year. You already did one most important thing. You fired, I believe it was the conditioning coach, something like that, or your trainer for Zion. You fired him, so that's one thing. That's a step forward. So just trust that Scoot's going to be very, very good, but Zion can be like on some all-time shit. Brandon Ingram and Zion together, I don't want to say they can be on some all-time shit, but they can be on some crazy shit together. So I don't know if I'd be so willing to trade them to, or even include them to in a trade for Scoot Henderson. I don't think that at all. Now, if you can get up there and get that trade for like say you just say, like, I think Portland's a very dumb organization. So like, hey, we'll give you Trey Murphy, even though that's the last person I'll give up. We'll give you Trey Murphy. You can take back CJ McCollum, and you can get get Dyson Daniels and give us a second overall pick, and we'll give you a couple of those picks we got for AD. If y'all do that, fine. You got Scoot, BI, Zion. That's a great building block. And you just find another shooter, because it hurts to give up Trey Murphy, but at this moment I do believe his value is over Herb Jones. If you could give up Herb Jones, y'all would be fired. But like, if you do that, fine. But like, don't split up this duo yet. It's not something you should rush about. That duo can be crazy. When they hit, they can be crazy. So that's it for this first NBA gossip episode. Like I said, you're gonna get a lot of rumors for the next week, so it's gonna be a every week thing, hopefully. So if I don't do that, hold me to it though. Hold me to it. Be in the comments, be like, we need a NBA gossip video this week. I got a lot of videos planned out for the rest of this week, so I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.